Finally tonight, NASA is celebrating the first full year of the James Webb Space Telescope with a breathtaking new image.
With 100 billion stars, many billions of years old. But the James Webb Telescope has identified 6 galaxies that exist half a billion years after the Big Bang.
New images from the James Webb Space Telescope have revealed something truly terrifying. 7 massive structures lurking at the very edge of what we can see in the universe. These structures, ancient and vast, challenge what we thought was possible in space. The revelation has prompted questions and captured the imagination of both scientists and the public alike. But just how far back in time do these formations take us? Is it possible that these 7 colossal structures hold the keys to unlocking the deepest secrets of our existence? Stay tuned as we unravel how the James Webb Space Telescope captured 7 colossal structures at the edge of the observable universe. Unveiling ancient galaxies, defying time. The recent publication of a NASA image in July 2023 unveiled an astonishing sight: ancient galaxies that defy conventional understanding. Initially, when scientists estimated the age of these ancient galaxies, it seemed inconceivable that they could exist. Their age places them at the very edge of the observable universe, stretching the limits of cosmic existence. Early explanations suggested the possibility that these distant galaxies might be misidentified as closer counterparts, appearing far more remote than they are. However, extensive analyses by scientists globally affirmed the legitimacy of these ancient galaxies. There's no discrepancy or anomaly. These galaxies are indeed authentic, residing on the outskirts of the observable universe. These ancient galaxies stand out not just because they're incredibly old, but also because they're unique. They're massive, have complex structures, and have lots of stars shining brighter than the galaxies we see today. These galaxies were already around when the universe was just 350 million years old, which is way younger than its current age of about 13.8 billion years. This discovery has caused a big puzzle for scientists. The fact that these huge, bright galaxies exist challenges what we thought we knew about how galaxies develop, raising big questions about how the early universe worked. The light from these faraway galaxies has traveled for more than 13.4 billion years to reach us. That's an incredibly long time, and studying these galaxies lets us peek into a time when the universe was very young. Before, scientists expected that galaxies started forming right after the Big Bang. They thought the James Webb Telescope would show images of these early galaxies as small, messy, or hidden in darkness, giving us clues about how the universe evolved. But that's not what they found. Instead of baby galaxies, the telescope showed galaxies that looked like fully grown adults in pictures. This surprising discovery has thrown a curveball in what scientists thought they knew about space and made them face a big problem. It's really important to figure out if these galaxies truly show us what the early universe was like. Confirming their age and image is crucial. Doing this could either be a huge breakthrough in science or show that our ideas about things like the Big Bang or how the universe grows might be wrong. Redshift is a vital tool for this investigation. Astronomers use redshift to measure how far things are in space. As light travels through space for billions of years, the universe's expansion stretches it out, making it look more red. The more redshift there is, the farther away and older the object is. Redshift 7.9 and the universe's mystery. The James Webb Telescope, along with other advanced telescopes, checked and confirmed that 6 galaxies have redshift values between 16 to 20s. This confirms their really old age as scientists thought. However, these findings have left cosmologists unsure about what it all means for our understanding of the universe. Recently, there's been a sighting of a galaxy cluster with a redshift of 7.9. This cluster appeared only 650 million years after the Big Bang, which is surprising. It's like expecting a baby in a photo, but finding an adult instead. This discovery isn't just interesting for scientists. It's forcing us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about space. Even though the theories supporting the Big Bang make sense mathematically, they're being seriously questioned now. It's possible that the start of the universe isn't like what we thought. This raises big questions about whether the universe has limits, or if it's endless, and what happened before everything began. This shakeup in science reminds us of times in the past when big shifts happened, like when Einstein changed our understanding of physics compared to what Newton had said before. Just like how Einstein broadened our knowledge back then, these discoveries might be starting a whole new way of thinking about the universe. That's not all. Pluto's enigmatic surface, decoding the real story. The James Webb Telescope is amazing not just for looking at how the universe began, but also for investigating things much closer to us. Recent observations of Pluto's surface using this telescope have surprised scientists. They've seen strange things on Pluto that some people thought might be signs of aliens, but when they looked closer, it turned out to be something different. One big area on Pluto, called Sputnik Planum, has interesting features that look like they're changing. It's kind of like a huge lava lamp made of ice, almost 1,000 kilometers wide. This happens because ice made of nitrogen moves around, making cool patterns over millions of years. From what the telescope saw, computer models show that these ice patterns are still changing. Scientists have seen places where three different things meet and where patterns move, showing that Pluto's surface is still active. In another mysterious area on Pluto called Viking Terra, scientists found cool stuff using data from both the New Horizons spacecraft and the James Webb Telescope. They've seen signs of bright ice made of methane gathering at the edges of craters. This happens when nitrogen and methane in Pluto's air mix, making tiny particles called tholins. These red particles move around in shape channels, showing that Pluto has surprising things happening on its surface. Before, people thought Pluto wasn't very active, but these discoveries show it's pretty lively. The many craters on its surface seem to be because of ice breaking and melting. This tells us there are things still happening on Pluto. Scientists have made a model that suggests Pluto has a hard center made mostly of rocks and metals, surrounded by a liquid layer of water and ammonia. This creates heat through radioactive decay, making Pluto's surface change over time. These discoveries are changing what we thought about how Pluto's surface was made. Instead of typical features, the images show landscapes that look like tree bark or dragon scales. It's complex, and we need more study to understand it fully. The James Webb Telescope's observations, combined with data from New Horizons, have changed how we see Pluto. Before, Pluto was less noticed after it got called a dwarf planet. But now, with these intricate surface discoveries, astronomers might rethink its status as a planet. Also, beyond Pluto, the telescope has shown us incredible things about other space stuff. Images of faraway places and structures in space have given us awesome information about how stars form, studying planets outside our solar system, and showing us what the universe looked like a long time ago. Yet here is the most captivating part. Alien worlds unveiled. The James Webb Telescope, capturing the Carina Nebula, reveals a huge area in our Milky Way where new stars are forming. This region was hidden before because older telescopes couldn't see through the thick clouds of gas in space. This telescope also found galaxies and dying stars, changing what we thought we knew about these cosmic formations. Plus, looking at a planet called WASP 96b in detail, it's showing us how we can learn about planets outside our solar system. But this journey hasn't been easy. The James Webb Telescope got hit by tiny space rocks 5 times, and one hit damaged a mirror a bit. Despite this, engineers believe the telescope is strong enough for its work. The Hubble Deep Field project, started by Robert Williams in 1995, completely changed how we see space. Even though people doubted him, Williams aimed the Hubble Space Telescope at what seemed like an empty area of space. That move gave us the Hubble Deep Field picture, showing really old galaxies, groups of stars, and faraway stars we'd never seen before. The picture showed blurry spots of light representing galaxies that existed millions and billions of years ago. By looking at the light from these galaxies, scientists learned about how old they are, how far away they are, and how they move using something called redshift. When the James Webb Telescope started working, its first deep field picture revealed even more amazing things. It showed galaxies that existed just 200 million years after the Big Bang, which doesn't fit what we thought about how the universe formed. These galaxies were bright and big, making us question what we knew about how the early universe grew. This discovery made scientists reconsider the Big Bang theory and how the early universe developed. What they saw doesn't match what they expected about when galaxies formed, so they might need to change some ideas. Some new ideas suggest changes to the standard model we have for how the universe works, trying to explain why stars formed and galaxies grew in the early universe differently. Although these findings are huge, they don't prove the Big Bang theory wrong. Webb's infrared gaze into the gas giant. The James Webb Telescope isn't just about exploring far-off places in space, it's also giving us incredible views of Saturn. Recently, it took a new picture of Saturn using infrared light, showing details we've never seen before. This special image lets scientists study Saturn's atmosphere, heat, and what it's made of in a whole new way. The darker appearance of Saturn in this picture has made scientists curious about what its atmosphere might be hiding. There might be unknown things or processes happening there. Researchers are studying these pictures to learn more about Saturn's atmosphere and why its northern part looks darker. These images aren't just one-time snapshots. They're the result of lots of pictures taken over a long time, all put together using the James Webb Telescope's technology. Each image shows different parts of Saturn and helps scientists figure out things they didn't know before. Saturn looks like a huge, glowing flying saucer in these pictures, with its bands of clouds visible and its ring shining brightly. Each picture gives scientists more information about this unique planet, helping them study its moons and rings better. The James Webb Telescope, NASA's newest and most expensive space telescope, is helping us solve mysteries about space. Its recent pictures of Saturn and its moons, like Dione, Enceladus, and Tethys, have amazed scientists and the public. These images help us understand Saturn's mysterious rings, which are made of a mix of dust, rocks, and ice of different sizes, a puzzle that scientists are still trying to solve. Especially interesting is Enceladus, which shoots out icy material forming part of Saturn's rings. Scientists think there might be oceans under its surface and signs of certain elements that could support life. This possibility is making scientists plan future missions to explore and study it more. But the James Webb Telescope isn't just about Saturn. Its pictures of the oldest galaxies in the universe are giving us clues about how the universe changed after the Big Bang. Galaxies with really high redshift values are making scientists rethink what they knew about how the universe grew. There's one galaxy, Sears 1749, nicknamed the Schrödinger galaxy, that's puzzling scientists because it seems to exist in two places and times at once. Also, the telescope's infrared camera is showing us amazing things in space, like how stars form, groups of galaxies like the Stephan Quintet, and details within the Eagle Nebula's pillars of creation. This telescope is even helping us learn about planets outside our solar system, like HIP 65426b and WASP 39b, telling us their age, temperature, and what they're made of. JWST's Altered Realities and Celestial Secrets. In 2011, scientists found an exoplanet called WASP 39b, which was pretty exciting. But it's the latest discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope that have made this planet even more interesting. Researchers from Johns Hopkins University used the JWST's special abilities to look at different colors of light and found something incredible in the atmosphere of WASP 39b, carbon dioxide. Finding this gas on a rocky exoplanet like this raises the possibility of discovering a planet that might have life on it. Among the new pictures released by the JWST, there's one of a planet that looks a bit like Jupiter at first. But when you take a closer look, it's different. The camera on the telescope changed how Jupiter looked, making its famous red spot white and showing new details like bright auroras and its faint rings, along with two of its moons. Among the lesser-known discoveries, there's one about the Cartwheel Galaxy, which looks like it's in chaos. It was covered by cosmic dust from a collision between two galaxies a billion years ago. But the JWST's special cameras could see through this dust, giving us a clear and detailed view. Scientists think that the Cartwheel Galaxy used to be similar to our Milky Way until it was hit by another galaxy. It got its name because it looks like it has rings, almost like a cosmic fingerprint. Another amazing discovery from the JWST is an image showing 17 rings of dust around a pair of stars called WR140 or Wolf-Rayet 140. These rings were made by how the stars move and the crashes between their winds. Every 8 years, new rings of dust form, kind of like the rings you see in a tree's trunk. The JWST's special tool helped astronomers not only see this amazing sight, but also figure out what the dust is made of, solving some mysteries about it. The JWST has been a game changer, giving astronomers loads of new information and ideas that will keep them busy for years. Each discovery brings more questions and makes scientists even more curious about the universe. Among these amazing findings, the hints of life on exoplanets because of carbon dioxide, the new look at Jupiter, the wild history of the Cartwheel Galaxy, and the beautiful dust rings around WR140 show just how powerful the JWST is in revealing the wonders of space. Do you believe the discovery of these structures could reveal the existence of extraterrestrial life? Share your thoughts in the comments below.